Welcome to Timeless Conversations, a channel where we talk about life and adulting.
The ups
The downs,
And
everything in between.
My name is Aisha.
My name is Sharon.
And my name is Robina. On today's episode, we want to share our experiences regarding pregnancy.
Woohoo.
If you are pregnant or you are expecting your first child or have just gotten married and you're expecting to get pregnant very soon, we are here for you. We're going to share our experiences. They are case by case though, but we want to share our experiences. Maybe you feel something similar to what we went through, and then it will help you prepare mentally and also to, get ready. Yeah, so we're going to share what you expect in pregnancy, but the version of our experiences. So ladies, let's dive into the conversation. What are some of the things that you experienced while you were pregnant?
I keep telling people that I don't quite remember.
How?
First time mom.
How?
Well,
How don't you even remember?
how don't I even remember? Anyway, I
It must
remember
have been
something.
easy.
I know, right?
It wasn't so bad. Yeah, it was good on the most part, to be honest. The best, even in pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
The best part being that I did have morning sickness.
Nice.
I think. But when I look back now, the moments that made me feel like maybe that was morning sickness.
What was it like?
All I know is that not every day, but like once in a while, whenever I would be going to work, just the journey to work, by the way, like I would be in the car and I would feel like I want to be out of that car. We would get to a point whereby my husband would be driving and he would have to stop the car, wait for me to first breathe, get fresh air,
See the
And
things
then-
that pregnancy does to us.
and then we go to work. But I wouldn't really say I had morning sickness. Like I have had people talk about morning sickness, to be honest, because some people they have suffered.
Yeah, true.
But you see, even me, I didn't have morning sickness. I don't think I did. My pregnancy also, not for the most part, for a little, the first trimester was really easy on me. I didn't get any morning sickness. Actually, I didn't even know I was pregnant until like over 2 months, over 3 months in.
Wow.
Because I was normal, but then I was as if gaining weight because I was really, really small back then. I was as if gaining weight, and then the tenderness of the breasts only. Otherwise, no morning sickness. I was kawa first trimester.
Wow.
You're reminding me of, how did you even know you were pregnant?
How I got to know that I was pregnant was like my lower tummy started bulging and becoming a little bit tender to the touch. That's how I got to know. But I was, for the most part, okay. Yeah. The first trimester was nice.
On the contrary, you guys are speaking all these nice things about pregnancy, and I'm like, okay, how nice.
Makes you wish to go for round 2?
By the way, you guys, I had a very difficult first trimester. I had 3 babies in me, and yet here I was weighing way less than I was before. And I was constantly sick. Like all this time, I couldn't keep anything down.
Wow.
Not even water. Yes, my first trimester was so hard, like extremely hard. You guys, the only thing I was living by was glucose. And then it got worse. At a certain point, I think when I actually asked for bed rest, I was on bed rest for I think 2 weeks. So I remember my guy told me in the meantime, because I couldn't keep down anything, I was on ringers.
What are those?
Ringers lactate. They give you IVs, IV fluids, just to keep you
Alive.
alive.
Literally.
Yeah. because I couldn't eat, I couldn't take anything. Like I was just there, surviving.
That must have been tough.
It was so tough. But thankfully, you know, like God is amazing. Immediately, I got to the 4th month.
That's a funny thing. It's like
I don't
one-
get it by
Nature
the
is
way.
amazing. I started eating just right, the right portions. I was craving for this and that.
And then you get
Life got back, and then I started gaining weight. I started glowing. I never got sick after that. Immediately after the 3rd month.
So you can see, guys, how this
Almost
thing
like
treats
magic.
like two complete opposites. Or for us who are balling and enjoying life,
Like
we didn't even know we were
what's that
pregnant.
even?
Then there was Aisha's case where she was extremely sick.
Mm.
So yours could even be different. Your
Yeah.
experience could even be different from the three of us. So those are some of the things that you should expect in pregnancy, honestly. Like, it could be completely different from anyone's experience.
Mm.
I know some people, a friend of mine said that first she was craving soil in the first trimester, and specific kind of soil meanwhile.
The one from
Toilet
this
soil.
anthill.
The one from the anthill.
But
No, guys, I know people who actually crave for toilet soil. Okay, not toilet, but latrine.
it's,
Ugandan
we
latrines,
we
we
know
know
what
the
you
standard.
mean,
We
but
know what you
why?
mean, but-
Yes, that, you know, like the soil, specifically the one that is even behind the latrine.
Why?
Guys, pregnant.
Cravings, you can't even explain them.
Oh my god. Like, you see how strange.
What were your cravings?
For me, I had no cravings.
What?
By the way, for me, my pregnancy was so interesting. I had no cravings whatsoever. So my other experience is I never used to get hungry. Like, I could
Of
just...
course you were eating like a...
I wasn't even eating
Hey.
per se, because I remember there was a time I would just wake up and start doing things. Before I know it is lunchtime, but I'm not even hungry. And I haven't even eaten. Like, I just be there around, I'm just, you know, moving around, but I haven't eaten and I'm not hungry. So that was another strange thing that happened to me. And it was in the first trimester, around 2-3 months there. Not hungry at all.
Now.
Me, I was hungry.
Me
Bad
too.
style. Like,
Were you craving specific things?
yo, as for cravings, like I still can't believe I craved this, you guys.
What did
What
you
did you
crave?
crave for?
Molokonye.
Did you like it before?
I would eat it once in a while, but I remember this one evening after work, told my husband, I want to eat molokonye for dinner.
You started looking for it.
You guys, we looked. So because there's this restaurant near my workplace, so like, you know what, let's first check this place. It has like a variety of foods, local foods and all that. So we went. Theirs didn't hit, like, you know.
You
it was
needed-
like,
The downtown
this one is too fancy.
Can you imagine?
Like, this one is too fancy. I remember we paid for it, left it.
And you
Let's
didn't
look
eat
for
it?
another place. I didn't eat it. You know, it is evening, like it's now around 8 p.m. We sit, wait for it to get ready. Went to another
And it
place.
takes time.
It takes time. Went to another place. Finally, in Chanjo, found some restaurant that I don't even know had, you know, like molokonya. It was theirs was, you know, it was close to the real deal.
The one that hit the spot.
But the accompaniments were not legit.
You
Like,
wanted the downtown
like
one.
Irish, boiled Irish. I was like, it's okay.
It's supposed to be
I'm like, it's
cassava.
fine. But imagine a scenario whereby you find a couple having dinner, the wife is eating molokonye, and
The other is eating
the husband is eating chips and chicken.
and
I'm
chicken
like,
wings.
Where's the balance?
You guys,
Guys.
but like, I
But
loved
like,
eating
did you
local
like
foods.
it before?
I mean, I would eat it before, but I wouldn't say like I
Have you ever
love
eaten it after?
Yeah, once in a while. Once
Like
in a
how
while.
your
But
brain
even
even
after that,
registers
I just
and-
ate it once. I think because it didn't meet expectation. I was like, you know what? Let's leave this molokonye thing. Then, you guys, I was always hungry.
Really?
I was those people, you know, our work situation at the office. First, it's so hard to get like lunch around. But I got to the point where I had numbers of women in a car market. Because I just wanted local foods, like spiced foods. I didn't want to have any of that. So I would always call the lady, I think she was called Nalongo. So go to a point whereby everyone else would now start ordering from like
her.
Today I would eat over goat's meat. Another day I would eat over fish and nuts, over what? Yeah, I ate.
Okay, for you, yours were not even that weird.
I know.
The cravings.
Except the
are okay.
Molokonyo one. The Molokonyo one is one that was also shocking to me.
Like
Me, I craved for, roadside chips.
they hit different, by the way.
You guys, I ate those things every evening.
Not a Jabba's this time. No CJ's.
Do you know?
You wanted.
It is so funny. But I ate those things from the second trimester. Like I told you guys, first trimester, I didn't eat anything. But from second trimester, up to the day I gave birth, actually,
Wow.
when I was going into labor,
You
those were
first
the
look-
last things I ate. Like I ate those things. Now, what made it worse at first? Remember, we're in lockdown. Those ladies were not operating. Okay, they were, but like late in the night. But also you wouldn't move. Yeah, we're not moving. So what helped me was that we had ambulance drivers. So they knew I would call them. They knew.
Like as you're coming back, help me. Eh?
All that time I was on them. By the way, but I ate those things. And then, in particular, I craved for Ribena.
Oh wow.
Grapefruit, But I took Ribena. I think I took like for 2M.
But you loved it before.
No!
That's the thing, like
Imagine, from the time I gave birth,
you've not had it.
I've not had it. Even when I see it on the stalls and in supermarkets, I buy it for the kids, but I don't want it near me, like at all. I can't stand the taste of Ribena right now, because I overtook it. I had a workmate, by the way, shout out Eunice. She knew. Oh, Dairyland ice cream.
The
The
list
purple
keeps
one?
going.
The blueberry one.
Yes, the blueberry one in particular.
You correct. I think each of the triplets had a craving.
I know. One had
was
chips.
You guys,
One was
those
chips,
three
another on
things-
One was
Ribena,
Ribena.
another on Dairyland. Unless there's a fourth craving.
Nothing.
If there were three,
Just those
we've
three.
concluded.
Imagine.
Or what chips?
So is there any correlation now?
Or what
that-
chips
eh?
to mutu midday?
Right now?
I know, not
Is there one baby who loves roadside chips?
Who loves Ribena
even
more?
had those chips. I could never had them from that time. But okay, the Ribena, they all love it. I feel like they were having conversations in there.
Communicating to each other.
Cravings, those three like every day, guys.
Wow.
You had to eat co.
chips
Every
and
day.
Ribena.
But that was
Ribena,
so
and you know,
unhealthy.
especially the last
Right?
trimester. Yeah, right. When the doctor thought I was having greens and fruits, and
You were on-
You're eating roadside chips, Ribena, and ice cream.
How unhealthy!
I know.
But then I realized, I think as I was getting closer to my due date, the intensity of the cravings got like really, really intense. Yes, because there are times like for Ribena, I would have those two, like
The 1
the
liter.
biggest. I don't know the grammage
It's
for
1
the
liter.
biggest.
It's 1
thing.
liter.
Every day I would have 2 of them.
And
One in the morning, one in the evening. Like yo,
I think because
Those
the
kids
demand was also
drove me
increasing.
into poverty. Now to make matters worse, in Hoima, remember I was up country.
Your cravings were expensive.
Some of those cravings you wouldn't find.
Like
the
Dairyland.
ice cream.
No,
The supermarket guy, I'm sure even now he knows me for that. Like he knew, even when they had like less left,
They would keep
he
it
would
for
keep
you.
for me because they knew about me and my situation. Like yo guys, another hunger bit. You guys, you said you were not hungry at all.
Like
Tell me why I got bedridden for 2 nights
why?
because of hunger.
Banana.
For real.
you got so hungry, you got bedridden.
So this one day, you guys, multiple pregnancies are not a joke, by the way. So this one day, you remember I used to have my lunch at exactly 12:30, and I think these guys were used. So that day, my help delayed a bit, not even long.
And you
I
had
think
lunch
she-
like at 1.
Like at one, must have been one.
30 minutes.
I think it was even less. Could have been like 12:50-ish.
Oh, wow.
By the time she got to me, I was shaking, like seriously shaking. They drove me to the hospital.
Can you imagine?
I promise you. By the time I got there, I didn't even eat the food. By the time I got there, I was sick. They couldn't even find the sickness. But I was sick.
But you knew why you were sick.
Me, I knew why.
I didn't.
And then I got on IVs.
Glucose.
On glucose. For 2 nights. I was
Wow.
discharged the following day.
Can you imagine?
Did you ever tell them what happened?
I didn't. Because I couldn't explain it. Of course, I told them probably the hunger, but they couldn't even find the sickness. You know, they do the CBC.
Yeah.
But they couldn't
They
find
probably
the
ruled
sickness.
out your
So tell
hunger.
me that hunger, while it didn't do anything to you, it was
Wow.
life-threatening this side.
Pregnancy.
Pregnancy.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Like you see how hunger did nothing to me, but it meant you being bedridden. So our experiences are like completely different.
Yeah.
But Ange, share with us in the comment section.
know,
How was it
right?
for you? Especially the hunger. I am so shocked that it actually took you to
I
hospital.
swear, those that I worked with, no.
But you
They
know.
used to come to hospital to visit.
Mm.
And they're like, what happened? Now, my workmate, because we used to share office space with that girl, she would tell them that they delayed to bring lunch.
Guys, bring lunch early for pregnant women.
Yo.
You might be saving their life, like literally.
Yeah. But you know, hunger can also, you know how most times you don't want to tell people you're pregnant, eh? Like in that first
the
trimester, you're like, like let the pregnancy show, and then they'll know. You guys, hunger can
It's
report.
a bad idea.
Hey. Yeah.
There are people
True.
at work, we found out they were pregnant.
Through
Because of
hunger.
hunger.
Or like, but when we do the analytics, just last month, I mean, you never used to be so concerned about, guys, who is going for lunch and you bring for me food? Like,
But-
why are you eating more this day?
True.
Of course, like in a teasing way, because we're like, you know,
Yeah,
colleagues, and
yeah.
we're like, but of course, eventually, like,
It's something you
it
can't
showed.
hide.
Yeah.
By the way,
So hunger can
on a
report.
rather lighter note,
Mm.
I think now I am a better supervisor
After
after being pregnant. Let me tell you why. I had a pregnant subordinate back then before I got into motherhood. And I feel like, God forgive me, I feel like I was a bit rough on her. I didn't get her situation. Like, I was not as empathetic as I should have because I couldn't relate, guys.
By the way, if you've never been pregnant,
Now that
you have no idea.
I didn't have an idea. But now that I'm a mom, I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, I could have done better, yo. Because this chick, I didn't even know that she needed to go for lunch breaks. I would be on her neck.
Report. Do
Reports,
this,
reports.
do this.
And she was also not speaking up.
I was going to say, like, speak.
I wish she had spoken. Because now I feel like a terrible supervisor. I should have known better.
Like the signs
But
weren't
she also
showing.
can't have been, okay, yeah, but still speak.
She was older than me. She was the one who was pregnant. She should have told me.
Right?
But
That's
then
what I'm
again,
saying, yeah, speak up.
now, right, it's just the reality right now of like, if I went through all of that, probably she was also going through the same. It must have been hard.
Must have
I hope
been
she wasn't also admitted for.
No, she
for
was
hunger
not.
because you didn't allow her to go for lunch.
No, I used to allow her, but I feel like maybe I would have let her go without the pressure and stuff. You know how work can be,
Yes.
deadlines and stuff, and you know, like it's so hard to by the way, it's only after getting through this thing that I realize, okay, even if someone takes a bit of time after maternity, like I don't have to pressurize them to get back to work. Yeah, you know, those first months of pregnancy, after pregnancy, when someone has given birth, that 1 month after maternity, you get me? Like,
That people usually take their leave.
Yeah. For her, yes, I let her go take her leave. Also, she extended a bit of some days, but I feel like I could have let her have more because pregnancy is not for the weak.
That means all women are strong, literally. But we are, rightfully so, because the things that we go through, it's amazing. For me, another thing that happened to me while I was pregnant, you guys, my skin was terrible. I got acne, like pimples everywhere. Actually, I never took pictures because of that. It played with my mind. It played with my esteem. Then, on top of that, I think because of the hormonal changes, your immunity kind of lowers. You guys, I got ringworms. Can you imagine? Ringworms.
Laugh.
You get, my friends used to laugh at me because we were like pregnant around the same time. But Angesh used to laugh at me. I got ringworms, and not just hair, which all over my body. And they never used to itch or anything. They were just there. And there was absolutely nothing I could do about them because I think over they are caused by fungi, and those fungal things are not good for pregnant women. So I just had to wait it out. But it was such a... my face was looking bad. Then now the skin everywhere has ringworms.
And you never had pics?
I didn't. The only picture I took, my friend snuck and took a picture of me.
Is it those things of those TikToks you see people saying how pregnancy can harm?
Change them, yes.
Were you those people?
Oh dear. You guys.
Absolutely.
But I used to take my photos. Like, okay, of course, I don't have any photos in my first trimester because I was sick the entire time. But tell me why I took this pic. I posted it on Facebook. Then this annoying guy, but also society, but I can do better. Someone is baking, you know they've always been looking gorgeous. So this one time that they have a foreign body, expect changes,
right?
Cut us some slack. You don't expect someone to forever look. Of course, there are those people who look amazing even when they're pregnant. Special mama.
Special one to you because some of us.
I know.
Let's live. Like, you know, by the way, I know a lot of people who actually fear posting when they are pregnant.
Yes, because of what people say.
Yeah. Of course, the nose will change.
You'll become bigger. You'll become darker.
Why? Why does the nose change?
I also don't know. But mine didn't change a lot, actually. My nose remained.
Still changing.
It does, but
for some, it doubles in size.
For her body. I saw. High five, young.
Actually, a bully.
Wait, there is this video that was circulating recently of a TV presenter. I'm sure people will pick cues. She was there begging the producer, she had gotten darker. You know what pregnancy does? Makes you darker.
I don't know who posted the
enlarged
between the...
So someone posted the BTS?
Yes.
Really?
I know, right?
No, those are the people were saying they should also...
do better.
Yeah.
No,
maybe it was consented.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. We
you never know.
I mean...
But yeah, pregnancy changes you, and also our men should, should be supportive.
I know.
Recently, I saw some tweet. The guy was saying, imagine withstanding all this, even when you saw her before looking all gorgeous. How do you withstand seeing all these changes? How she looks right now?
I'm sorry, what?
I know, right?
How do you withstand
a face that looks like that?
So
they were using the other TV presenters' pic. Meanwhile, we all know that chick is super gorgeous.
Men should do better.
So the fact that she's pregnant shouldn't be a shocker, right?
I hope ladies came for him properly.
Man, I saw that tweet and I was like, look at this senseless guy, man. Do better.
It's not my choice. I would rather have stayed beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I would rather have my child, really.
No.
You get, like, if I was to choose, I'm sure this lady would
Okay, what I mean is you
Or
would
like-
rather choose
To be pregnant and still
and
look
still
cute.
exactly.
Yes.
But circumstances, pregnancies are different. So we need to be
Hormones at play, hormones
right.
at play.
We need to be kind, especially the men. Banange. We are telling you what happens to us now when we are pregnant.
Yes, so know these things
know
happen.
these things happen and treat us better.
And prepare your
In-
mind for
yes.
it.
In any case, you're
Not
not supposed to be
preparing.
boosting my confidence,
I know.
not tearing it down.
It is so sad that as a generation, we feel that there is any shame when it comes to pregnancy. And that's why a lot of people actually, when they get pregnant, they stop posting, they go into hibernation, they, like they just stop moving even out, like they won't go out to party. Man, me, if I had the energy, okay, I would still party. If I had the energy. And if I was still giving birth, you would see.
Don't worry, maybe next year. Pregnancy can shock you, like you wake up one day, things are okay, like this dress can still fit. Guys, there's a time I had to go shopping almost every single day.
Wow.
Like I woke up one day and suddenly all my clothes were not fitting. Like I couldn't zip anymore. Like literally just one day, and I had just one outfit for that day. And the following day I had nothing. So that evening for like a week, every day my routine after work was leave work, go to a boutique, try on 1,000,000 clothes, get two. Two not because it's the only thing I could find that looked nice, but it was the only thing that could fit. Yes. Like
The body changes are drastic.
like just suddenly you're fitting into something and then the next thing you know, it can't fit anymore. So for me that was like the other shocker. I mean, I was like, it would take some time. And I think it was in the 4th month. It's like after the first trimester, your body just starts changing like rapidly,
Yes,
rapidly.
actually,
You
yes.
gain weight at a different rate and before you know it, it's emergency mode for clothes. I think if there was work from home those days,
You
I would have worked from home that whole week. I would have worked from home that whole week and just wrapped a lesu while making orders for clothes. But yeah.
Banange, me, I bought clothes. I bought clothes because remember that, like, I actually enjoyed the way my body was changing to accommodate the triplets. Like every time I would look into the mirror, and actually I had like what do they call those things? The tape measure. I would measure every day. It would expand until it got so big. But every time I had clothes, like, man, pregnancy. It was so amazing. By
The
the way,
baby bump.
I wish I took so many photos of my
But
pregnancy.
you did.
Mm-mm,
You were even dancing.
I was that.
This
I
lady had
wish it was
energy.
more. I wish it was more than that. Because especially the second trimester, like I was at my best. I was full of energy.
You were.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, but the third trimester, especially the last months, guys, I used to turn like a tractor. It would take me like 2 minutes just to turn from this side to this side, and I would feel them moving. You get it? Because it was so big and they were heavy. And then the swelling of the legs.
Oh, I didn't experience that as
All right.
well.
Me neither.
Let me tell you. Now, my doctor told me it's because I was not taking water.
Really?
Yes, I was not taking enough water in that. I think must have been like the 6th month. So I started taking water. Would you believe me if I told you, you know that big bottle of Renzori of 18.5?
Mm-hmm.
I used to take that bottle in 2 days.
Wow.
Yes.
But the number of times you visit the toilet?
Countless.
Maybe you exercise.
Wait, 18 point. Wow.
That's a lot.
18.5
The
liter.
dispenser bottle.
Yes. In 2 days.
But did it help with the...
It helped a lot.
Oh.
I feel like...
So the
if I had
edema
not
stopped.
yeah, it did. If I had not taken that water, maybe I wouldn't have had a healthy pregnancy, because at some point actually, like, it would swell so much. Yeah, they were speaking of iodine and stuff, and like I really don't know the medical complications of
yes.
it, but that they told me the only way was to balance my salt intake, and the water.
And you
it
took it
helped.
seriously.
The water, first of all, helped me gain energy. That's how I was energetic, but also it helped with the feet swelling.
Nice. We're giving you tips in case your feet swells.
Not even just the
for
feet
multiple
swelling,
pregnancies.
and not
Even just single pregnancies.
yeah,
People
because
get
I also
swollen.
struggled a bit when it came to, and eventually the doctor also told me it was because of water. I used to have like fainting spells. Not like fainting and collapsing. I don't know what's happening,
But
but
you would feel
Just
like
go
blacking
faint,
out or like
like I would be there, like at work, and then suddenly I would just like lose balance, and
that happened to me
yeah.
as well.
So I would always have to like go lie down for a bit, even if it's like 5-10 minutes, and then I would be fine. So eventually, one of the when I went to see the guy, he said, he was like, "How's your water intake like?" And it was concluded it was because maybe I wasn't taking like enough water, so I had to kind of increase on the amount of water that I was taking. So water, very good when you're pregnant.
Yeah. Water intake, fruits, very, very important.
You spoke about the lightheadedness, and I remember how I fainted at work.
What?
It was such a traumatic experience. I was just there walking before I knew it.
Those things you see in movies.
Yes, like I just crumbled down like that. And going to the doctor.
How long had you gone?
I was about to give birth actually. It might have been like the 7th or 8th month. And my tummy was huge. My bosses panicked. And they took me to hospital, and they didn't even find, I don't remember what they found, by the way. I don't remember what the remedy was. I just remember blacking out, and I woke up in hospital.
Oh, wow.
So take water. I don't remember what happened. But take water, it helps, like Sharon said.
What about the mood swings, guys?
I didn't have any mood swings. Did I? No, I
I
didn't.
also don't think I had mood swings.
But
My husband says
That's what I was about to say. Sometimes the people around you who tell you.
that's how he knew I was pregnant, but he lies.
How do you
I
know?
think he
Why did
lies.
you say
But
that you were angry?
that in the first trimester, like how you'd be like moody. But yeah, apparently I was moody. I wasn't myself. He's like, you know what? Get a pregnancy test. Yes, that's how I found out.
And he was
pregnant.
right.
And he was right.
Wow.
It wasn't his usual. Yeah. But other than that, I would say I don't think I really had mood swings at work, or I don't know. I don't think so. No. Just that first trimester, I think. Yeah.
You, Aisha?
Me, I don't recall that I had any mood swings, but there's this maid I got, and I fired her.
She was the trigger.
In 2 weeks, she was gone.
What did
Because
she do?
by the way, she was a nice girl.
Oh.
But for some reason, the pregnancy, okay, not the pregnancy, let me speak
The hormones.
like an adult.
The hormones.
Let me take responsibility. You guys, I hated this girl.
For
with
no
that
reason.
passion.
It could
For
have
no
been the
reason.
hormones, by the way.
For no reason. I hated her. I hated her smell. I hated her presence. Like, I just couldn't stand her. Until I said, you know what? Let me not be evil.
Hormones.
Let me
Yeah,
let
like
this girl
go.
go. It was not worth it. Like,
Wow.
even her food, I resented her so deeply.
Hormones.
And then the next one I got, she was even Bambi disabled. But I loved her. Like, I loved this girl so much. I would see no fault. She was an angel as far as I knew. In fact, when she left, okay, she left when she actually left me when she heard that I was had given back to triplets.
She got
ran away
scared.
when I was in the hospital.
Oh man. Then who?
When I tell you
never
guys
had
I don't want to
falls.
give birth again because of maids, those other things.
Maids are a whole family planning
Wow.
method.
You guys, I
Wow.
loved this girl, but tell me why she ran away when she found out. I had
She
given-
was
So
probably
this whole time
genuinely
she didn't
scared.
know.
She didn't know. Oh, probably she could have, like maybe a possibility of twins or something, but
Not 3.
not 3. When she had 3,
She got
meanwhile,
scared.
She cooked for us katogo in the morning because they used to send us food. We were so many in hospital, guys. The hospital
I
food
can
was not
imagine,
enough for
yeah.
us. Like a whole, I had
Mm.
2 rooms because, like the kids were many.
Mm.
But anyway, she ran away. Back to the mood swings. I think I only had mood swings for that girl, that particular girl. And she was so soft-spoken. She was nice. She was just a good person, but I was the bad guy
Just
here.
didn't connect.
And then
Hormones,
this particular time, I remember. I can't even forget it. The day that I found out that, okay, this is what they call pregnancy mood swings.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. comes back, he was in the country, he had a work trip up country. So, part of the work trip, I think his buddies, his friends, they propose that they extend the trip
By just
outside
a
of
damn.
work. They went
Sorry.
to Smania, they went to game parks.
Mm-hmm.
How dare
I'm
he
like,
have fun
you-
alone?
How dare you?
I saw that coming.
You have your life together.
Then there's
When
I'm
I
here
wrote
suffering.
I am here.
pregnancy makes you petty.
Wow.
You guys, I cried that night. Meanwhile, he called me telling me about it in such a fun way of like, you know what, this is what we planned. I kept quiet. I wished him well. He doesn't even know that part. Probably he'll watch it. He probably doesn't know how much it affected me. But
Pregnancy makes you
you guys, I cried that night. I looked at my life.
I looked at
But your
his.
life was over
How
and his life
miserable.
was
I know, right?
was still going on the way it was
Like there was
when
nothing
before.
happening.
Like, can't you see our life is at standstill?
supposed to
We
be
are
that way for the-
pregnant.
for
all of us.
We are pregnant.
So yeah, that was that particular incident. That I was like, okay, that was selfish of you
To
to
go
go all out there, ball and stuff.
When we are pregnant.
When we are pregnant.
Oh wow. Clearly pregnancy makes us super petty. Like even the smallest things will just annoy us and
Of course.
now look at this one crying because someone is having fun.
Yeah.
We are all supposed to be miserable together, huh?
Yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, another thing that I experienced that was particular to pregnancy. You guys, for me, this one was the winner. I got, let me try and remember the name, pelvic girdle displacement, something like that.
Your hip shifted.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh.
So I would walk like a duck.
You had the window. You know, like the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
I used to live on a hill, on that Chirika hill. You guys, I would walk just like about 100 meters, but for how long? Because I used to have some sharp pain here. Every time I step, it hurts. I step this side, it hurts. I went to the doctor and I'm like, doctor, what is this? Then he told me it's because of the weight of the baby.
Was big.
My tummy was big. You guys, that thing was painful. Walking was like, you're punishing me. Don't let me walk. But then the road was also too bad. I can't sit on a border. Of walking was a better option, and it was steep. You guys. Anyway, expect that it could happen or it could not happen to you. But that thing was painful. And it was in the last trimester. And I think for the whole 3 months, by the way. My friend used to laugh at me on her second pregnancy. Tell me why she got it.
Yeah.
Actually, she got everything that she laughed at me about. I told her, God is paying you.
Oh,
She got the ringworms. She got the pelvic adenoid displacement. She got... I also laughed at her. I paid.
But you know, men don't actually understand how life-threatening pregnancy can
It
get.
is, by the way.
Anything can go wrong.
yeah.
Anything. From there's a mother that I was seeing on Twitter recently. She has a photo of her holding her baby, and she looks like she got a mental problem.
Oh dear.
And the explanation was she suffered a brain what when she was pushing, of like
Anything can happen.
in pregnancy. Your life can, you have heard of those mothers who have, you know, like their babies growing in their liver. Have you heard of that?
No.
I've heard
Instead of in the uterus.
No, I've not heard of the liver.
My friend.
But that sounds like a myth, though.
No, it's not. You can research. There's a doctor that we used to work with who said she operated a mother whose baby had grown in the liver.
Or maybe the uterus extended to where it wasn't
No.
supposed to be. It feels...
How big is our liver?
I don't know, but you know that liver
Anyway.
grows also.
Eh?
Yes, it does.
Oh wow.
That's why it can be cut. Like my late brother's condition. The liver grows. It can be operated on and then it grows again. Like for me, like the bottom line is when you're getting pregnant, expect
yeah.
anything. Because there is a very thin line between life and death.
Yeah.
As you're bringing life, you're also threatening your own. I have
Actually,
sorry.
One of my OGs passed on giving birth. Actually, even when I was about to give birth, I was up country. The same hospital I was going to, one of my OGs passed on giving birth to her daughter. You people, I was traumatized. I was so traumatized that I prayed and stressed my mom, because I was so scared, having watched someone who went to give birth and did not come out there alive. So we need to do better. But also, honestly, I think that the government or the health system should look at what's going wrong. Maternal deaths should be reduced, honestly, because it's avoidable sometimes.
Yes.
Because this recent one, she underwent C-section and then just didn't wake up. The baby's there. She was in a coma for about 3 or 4 days, and then eventually she passed on. And so I'm just wondering what went wrong. Was someone negligent? I don't know, but honestly, I feel like maternal deaths should reduce. Our health system should do better.
And neonatal.
Yes. So, life and death is what we go through giving life to our little babies. The best our partners can do is to support us, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And on really on health and all that, it's important that you get your routine checks done.
Right.
Like
Very,
go
very
for your
important.
antenatal as it's been scheduled. Try and not skip, because it's at those routine visits that sometimes the doctors can be able to pick out like risk factors, so that they can tell you what you can do to maybe like mitigate them. Now, like the swelling of the legs, if it hadn't been picked up and you did something about it, those are things that cause complications even at childbirth. But also, maybe one of the things that I can remember from being pregnant that's also related to like health is don't self-medicate. It's not that
Right.
I self-medicated, but it's when you're pregnant that you realize that your body can actually fight a lot. That you don't have to take medicine to get better. Pregnancy teaches you that literally. Because literally the most that you can be given is Panadol, like paracetamol.
I know.
Whether you have flu, they will tell you, okay, you go do natural remedies, drink water. Okay, maybe take some Panadol and things like that. Of course, it's in extreme cases when you're sick, and this should be after the doctor has prescribed that you should get medication. And then in the early days when no one can tell you're pregnant, it's on you to always make sure that you tell that person, by the way, I am pregnant. So as you treat me, as you prescribe any medicine, please note that I am pregnant, because that helps them to make a better informed decision as well. So.
That's absolutely true.
Oh, now that I've remembered, talk about medication. Anyone who has gotten a toothache in pregnancy, salute. You
Why?
There is nothing as painful as a toothache when you're pregnant. Remember, they
Because you
cannot
can't
remove.
treat it, yeah.
Oh yes, they cannot do anything.
Treat. It is just between you and your God at that time.
They cannot.
That's I think the
You
most
guys-
You guys.
killers.
For like 2 weeks. Meanwhile, it went away on its own.
It did.
Yes.
The Lord was on your
After no
side.
medication. You guys.
That's what I was telling you, our bodies can fight.
Yes. That's why I'm like, Sharon is right. You guys, I had that toothache that would keep me awake every night. And then I had heartburn. You guys, I suffered heartburn, and they couldn't give me medicine. They gave me some medicine, that cheap powdered ish. What is it called? Mabendazole? Is it?
No.
Magnesium. Is it?
Magnesium.
Down for
The pinkish
yeah,
liquid.
yeah.
It's the one that helped curb it, but also they told me they can't do much more than that. But there was a lot of things. But okay, guys, I want to ask you about one thing. Did you shower herbs when you
No.
were pregnant?
No.
You didn't.
No.
Did you?
Now, this is where traditionalists come. I tell this story because I don't think I've told it anyone. So, my mom's friend, I told my mom not to tell anyone I'm pregnant, but my mom,
She was happy.
The joy of having
That joy.
of being a triple grandma.
She was happy.
she literally, what do they call those things? The
What is
speakers.
Announcing she's in Daro.
She got a
It is
TV.
in
Got a
the yes.
loudspeaker.
The village radio.
You would be having conversations, and then she starts telling you, by the way, someone sent regards. Of like, why are they sending me regards? Auntie, I told them, but mom, we said we don't tell anyone. Back to the hubs. So, a friend of my mom, Bambi, sends me hubs. My auntie, okay, not biologically
Yeah, we know
related,
that.
but
Yeah.
my auntie, I love her so much.
Aunties are
So she sends me herbs over to me. But I think when she was getting them, and they were kept in a cavera, in transit, I don't know what happened. So I get my herbs, I start showering them day one.
But
On
what does
day
it
two,
do? Okay.
Now what they do, they believe, I don't know the logic
You
behind
just
it.
shout.
well, they hope the baby to what?
No,
Something
but
like that.
they say that it gives energy. But me, I think it's because, you see, in the morning, when you wake up and you're pregnant, you're very lazy. When you get a cold shower, definitely, you get energized. But anyway, they believe that those herbs give you energy and also blessings for the babies and what. On day two, guys, I be showering.
Is it what I think it is?
You can't use the shower. You have to put them in a bucket. Remember, they are herbs. You have to also, what do they call it? Squeeze, get the green chlorophyll.
Maggot?
My herbs. I didn't know.
No. First wait for the story. Why are you preempting?
Caterpillar.
Oh,
Guys, I read out of the back. I almost actually injured myself. From that day, I said caterpillars and herbs.
at least it was a caterpillar. I thought they were maggots.
Maggots, I
Aren't
even
they-
better caterpillar.
aren't
You
they
know
the
how much I
same?
fear them.
I don't know.
But anyway, a lot of my friends actually, because when I was pregnant, a couple of my other friends were also pregnant at the same time. They were also
How does that
showering
happen,
herbs.
by the way?
I know, right? I have mom friends that I was pregnant with at the same time. So we were doing almost the same things. For them, they continued with the herbs. Me, I said, you people.
So, I just have one question. Did the herbs actually give you energy?
No. I can't tell. This is the reason why. When I was pregnant, I was taking pregnant care. And my pregnant care was not the normal one. Because, you know, it's different. It has like 3 types. There's the normal pregnant care, then the max, and then the pregnant care plus. Yeah? Me, I had the pregnant care plus. No, pregnant care max, I can't even recall. The one that is in like a green bottle. It's, I think, 90,000. So those supplements, I believe, they're the ones that were helping me. Because like, before I took them, I was a really weak person until they were prescribed. They gave me energy. And of course, you know, like, you're working, you have to wake up very early in the morning and shower that very cold water. So the cold water actually energizes you the same way the herbs would. Same things, but you see, like, of course, they will compare with your ancestors. My ancestors did not have showers.
They didn't have pregnant care.
They didn't have pregnant care.
They were eating healthy. They were not eating KFC.
Yo!
They're not eating roadside chips.
And roadside chips. They were eating healthy meals.
Yeah.
So really, I think that makes those are myths. For me, I feel like they are myths. It's just ingrained in your head that it gives you energy, and then because you have it in your head that it will give you energy, you'll be energetic after. I think it just plays with your psychology.
Psychology, if you believe it,
You know?
it works for you.
But me, I had my energy.
You did. Pregnant
Me,
care
I
worked for you.
Up to the last day.
Me
I
too.
gave birth.
Actually.
Pregnant care
Well,
worked for you.
It worked. Maybe.
Anyway, we could go on and on because these experiences are endless. Some of them were so tiny, we don't remember them, but they were unique.
One
You've
last
remembered.
And when she talked about working up to the last day,
Eh.
you guys, I think by the last week, I was like, when is this boy coming
You'll
out?
be
Like,
tired.
to the point whereby, you know, like how you're given an EDD. So I had my EDD. I'm like, okay, so this is that day, that evening. Everything was at the door, just waiting. Like, no, I can't wait anymore.
You were ready.
And indeed, the following morning, early in the morning, the moment I woke up like this, my water broke. I was really like, not like tired, but I was like
Did you freak out?
anticipating. No, I mean,
You
I woke
expected
up
it.
thinking I was going to the bathroom to pee. So the moment I wake up like this, get up from the bed, about to reach the bathroom door, water breaks. All I am like, Han, wake up, like wake up. You know, like you're frozen in place. Like, okay,
Yes.
do I move? What if the baby falls? Like,
Eh.
Just
I
You
cannot think
remind me of a friend of mine who we nicknamed Broken.
why?
Of course, we were kids. I think she was the first person to give birth in our high school circle.
Yeah, broken.
So the husband, she used to call her husband all the time. My water has broken for so long, for like 3 weeks or something. Every time, I think it was psychological. So the husband started nicknaming her. My water's broken, broken.
But you know that water breaking is
You
such
guys told me. I
a
had no
huge.
experience of that.
Even me, I had no experience, but it's such a huge event that you can't mistake it for anything else.
Exactly.
You will know that the water has broken. Because mine was broken in hospital. I had labor pains, kawa, but the pain was there. So it's different for everyone. You see how now hers, the water broke fast. Mine, I went.
That's how I knew. Because I
For me,
wasn't
it's
in
the
labor
labor
or
pain. It felt
anything.
like cramps. Huh? At 4 a.m. meanwhile, I first slept back. Then it woke me up again. I told my mom. I didn't want to tell her because then mothers can panic over nothing. Okay, not nothing, but like it's not yet the panic time. So when I told her, she was like, let's go to hospital. Now. But it was those mild, bearable cramps. But eventually went to hospital, and then I took 2 more days to give birth.
Oh, wow.
Were you
Anyway.
induced?
Yeah, eventually. That's a story for another day.
I know, right?
Anyway, we could go on and on. Bananga, these experiences in pregnancy just don't end. There are others we haven't shared. Bananga, please share them in the comment section below so that we get to know also what you people experience out there, especially something unique from our experiences. Would appreciate that you share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Let us formalize this relationship. we bring you great content. You just click the subscribe button and the thumbs up button so that this reaches more people. Thank you to HD Media who shot and produced this episode. And until next time,
Bye.